Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the manufacturing defects that I found on the latest Himalayan BS6. So that's my bike. It's 1 month old. I bought it like May 5th. So I have 10 points that needs to be checked before taking the delivery of this vehicle. Uh, these are manufacturing defects and some of the alignment problems also. You don't need a measuring device or something to measure all these problems because we are not looking for precision here, but at least visual clearance. Uh, so we are using our bare hands and eyes to check all these defects. Let's move to the first point. So the first point will be about the handlebar fitment. So this is the part I'm going to talk about. So when you see this fitting, you can see a clear gap in the front side. Even on the other side you can see that gap, but when you come to the rear part you won't see any gap. You can see that. So there is no gap here, even on the other side. So that's a clear fitment issue. So that's the point. Second point will be about the fuel lid cap. So here when you see at this position, when you slide your fingers, you can see that there is no clearance, there is zero clearance on this side. But when you see on the other side, you can like make out a step gap. You can see the step here. You can also ensure that by just pressing here. So when you press, you can see that going inside, but on the other side it doesn't move inside. You can see here it's not moving here. That's the second point. Point is about the jerry can holders. So these ones here, like when you pass your finger, you can see the finger passes very free, like without any obstructions. But on this side, when you pass your finger, like you can see there is a clear obstruction. You cannot pass your finger here. So here it's clear, but on this side it just doesn't pass. So the gap over this side is very less compared to that on this side. This is again a clear fitment issue. That's the third point. Moving on to the fourth point. So these are side panels on which the Himalayan sticker is there. So we're going to talk about this and this one also. So when you see here, you can clearly see a gap in the fitment. At this point it just fits properly, and also on the other side, but when it comes to center you can see the gap. The same thing you can press and see. So there's a gap here. Even on the other side there's a clear gap. You can see a fitment is clear here and it is clear here also, but at the center you can see the gap. This is the fourth point, and it is clear that because of the distance between these two holes is not matched properly, the center part is coming outside. As the fitment gets tight, the center gets bulged since it is a fiber. So that's the fourth point. So the fifth point will be about the brake light mounting or the saddle. I clearly don't know what is the issue, because the saddle seems to be fitting in proper, but when you see here, when you see the alignment, you can see it is cross. You can see that clearly. And even the brake light mounting is not that good. It's very flexible to move, it's not rigid. I see that the fitment is proper of the saddle on either sides, but like when I come back and when I check here, you can see that light is not mounted properly. I don't know what is the issue, whether it is the brake light mounting or the saddle mounting. on the screen itself you can see that the saddle doesn't look to be aligned properly. You can see that. So this is the 5th point. Next one is about the engine oil. That's the 6th point. So yeah, you can see that engine oil leakage at this point. So I got this problem even before the first service. They have replaced the service, I mean in the first service they have replaced the gasket, but still I see engine oil leakage in this point. So please ensure this also, because this is not normal condition. So that's the 6th point. So the 7th point is about the fuel gauge. Yeah, so you can see the trip F has already started blinking and the fuel is almost in the last line. Gauge is almost in the last line. So according to the instruction manual, they tell that trip F starts like 5 when your tank is left out with 5 liters. But in my case the trip F actually starts before that itself, because I have checked it with the refueling. You can even do it yourself, like you just fill your tank once and then again when the trip F starts just fill it again. So you can see the amount of fuel consumed. It will be more than 8 liters, but again less than 10 liters. So when the fuel tank capacity is 15 liters, that means trip F should start at 5 liters and 10 liters should be consumed, but it is not happening in this case. So this is the 7th point. And the fuel gauge is also not accurate. They said it has an accuracy of plus or minus 0.5 liter, but still I don't find it here, because even during once you fill your tank also, it takes some time to update. I don't know, so it's an updated vehicle and still it is taking time for updation. So that's the 7th point. So the 8th point will be about the water deposition under the rear seat. So let's just open the rear seat. So this is the region where the water actually gets deposited. I don't know, it's because of the gap which is left out here, so the water can directly enter, and this region the water gets deposited. You can also see the electrical cabling here. So I don't see it's safe when water gets deposited at this region, so please ensure that also. And also there are certain zip tags which are not finished. The corners of the zip tags are very sharp. It can like tear your skin very easily. It's not finished. Even this zip tag is not finished. It's very sharp. So please be careful when you're working under the rear seat. So that's the 8th point. So 9th point will be the continuation, like we'll see about the front seat. So this socket, or the safety space, or the secret space which we have here, this is again not mounted properly, because it's very easy to open. Like it doesn't get mounted properly. You can just pull it out. The mounting is not that good. So that's the 9th point. So the last point, the 10th point, is about the wind visor mounting. I don't find it rigid, so it gets a lot of vibration. You can see that. We just fire the engine. So I'm talking about this region. You can see the vibrations. You can see that vibrations. At idle RPM it's fine, but when you are raising the engine, you find a lot of vibration. So that completes the 10 points. I've almost covered like 1343 kilometers. The mileage seems to be pretty good. I get an average of 30 kmpl. So well, all the points mentioned are mandatory checkpoints before taking the delivery. Well, in all the 10 points, each and every point seems to have some sense. Maybe the alignment issues, which are majority to the engine oil issue, and even some minor issues like the unfinished zig tags. Guys, we are paying almost 2.5 lakhs for this machine, and we expect some value for it. When it comes to the performance, the machine does its role, and that increases pretty much after the first service. Before the first service, I had a few issues like the stalling issue, gear shift, engine overheating, but everything seems to be reduced after the first service, like almost 80% reduced. Now it's very smooth, and it pretty does its job well. So thanks for watching the video. So if you have any points, just drop it on the comment section so that I'll be able to answer your queries. So kindly subscribe to my channel for more updates and share it to your friends also. Thank you. Take care of your bike.